everyone, what is up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ella and in today's video we're going to be doing a university checklist, 10 things that you need to do before going to university. Now, as much as possible I've tried to include some things in here that I have not seen mentioned anywhere else and things that I definitely think are very, very important, but not that many people have actually mentioned, which I'm very surprised about. Just before we get into this video, don't forget to smash a huge thumbs up and subscribe down below if you'd like to join my little YouTube family that we've got going on. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Number one is contraception. I'm really surprised that I've not seen anybody else talk about contraception when talking about getting ready for freshers and first year and stuff, only because as much as I try to keep it PG on this channel, there is a lot of sex happening at university. And so therefore, I think it's really important to be prepared for this if that's something that you want to do. There are so many different forms of contraception that you can choose from. I actually made a whole video talking about my experiences with contraception below, including the implant and the pill. If you're interested, I will leave that in the description. You know, obviously to avoid unwanted pregnancies, but also STIs. Something that isn't talked about loads on YouTube is that actually STIs are really common at university because there are a lot of people having a lot of different sexual partners, so it is important to make sure that you are protected, make sure that you have condoms, make sure you have any other sort of birth control situation going on, whether that's the implant or the pill or whatever. Just make sure you're prepared before you go if that is something you want to do. Number two, check your reading lists. Especially if you're doing a course like English or history, I would say it would be a really good idea to get ahead on your reading before the term starts. Only because when the term does actually start, it can get very intense. I'm not saying you should buy all the books, I'm saying maybe one or two and just get ahead a little bit. It gives you a little bit of extra breathing space at the start of term and will help you settle in a bit more and allow you more time to sort of make friends and do whatever else you want to do that doesn't require uni work. Number three is to join Facebook group chats, pages, all of that kind of thing. So there are official group chats and sort of unofficial group chats. I personally don't think it really matters which ones you go for, especially if the official ones haven't been like announced yet. If you just type in the name of your university, usually it will come up with a few unofficial Facebook pages where a lot of people will be asking like, who's on this course? Do you want to join this group chat? La, la, la. And if you just want to like calm your nerves a bit, I would say that's definitely a great way to do that, you know, to get to know a few people, especially with COVID as well. I think it's just a really good thing to be thinking about. Number four is mental health. Check in with yourself at regular intervals before and after you begin university. Now, as exciting as university can be, it can also be very mentally distressing, and I definitely know on the build up to uni I was getting myself very worked up and very stressed and anxious just about the move and about the change. And so I think it's really important to check in with yourself at regular intervals before you go to university. Make sure you're talking to your family and your friends about how you're feeling, and yeah, just keep checking in with yourself and making sure that you're good. Number five, learn how to cook a few basic meals. So when I actually first got to university, I was actually really surprised to learn that a lot of people genuinely didn't know how to cook and have never cooked anything in their lives. And I definitely think it really, especially if you're self-catered, I definitely think it really puts you ahead and helps you if you know how to make a few basic meals. So before you go, I would just learn a few staples such as like a spag bowl, you know, a few pasta dishes, a jacket potato and salad, you know, breakfast, lunch ideas, and obviously like you can buy packaged meals from supermarkets, but I do think it's so much better for you to learn how to cook, and also it will save you money in the long run. Number six, look online for your local student guides to your local area. So obviously the difficulty with COVID is that it is going to restrict your ability to go out in, you know, numerous ways. You know, a lot of lectures will be online and whatnot, but that doesn't mean that you can't still explore your local area. There will still be public parks that you can visit, cafes, restaurants, bars. There will still be things that you can visit even with COVID going on. So I think a really good thing to do would be to go online and search for local student guides to your local area and see if they've got any tips or hacks or places you can go that you are still able to do during COVID. It definitely put my mind at ease when I looked at the student guides at least. Number seven, find out what your main travel route to university will be. Will you be getting the bus? Will you be getting the tram? Will you be walking? How will you get there? How long will it take you? Work it all out before you go so you avoid the stress, and also so you know if you have to get any like travel travel passes. I would definitely recommend getting a rail card. It's a 16 to 25 rail card. You can actually get it free with a Santander student bank account, and it's really worthwhile. It saves you a lot of money on rail travel, and if you're a student traveling to and from home, the likelihood is you probably will be getting the train most of the time. Number 8, sign up to as many student discount sites and cards as you possibly can. So the main ones I know of are Uni Days and Student Beans, but also you can get a totem card which can get you discount on certain food places and supermarkets. But besides that, you can also get loyalty cards and advantage cards. But besides that, you can get loyalty and advantage cards to places like Boots or Superdrug, which also do student discounts as well. So I definitely think that it's worth looking around for those, because you will definitely be able to save yourself a lot of money if you get that all sorted before you go. Also, don't forget supermarket loyalty cards as well. They can save you a lot of money. 9, get a haircut, get your nails done, get yourself all pampered and sorted before you go. I did this just before Freshers Week, and it actually meant that when I went to university, I went feeling like my best self. I just had my hair done, I got my nails done. I was literally living my best life. Like, it made me feel so confident, and I felt like I was putting my best foot forward. Now, obviously, not everything is about appearances, and I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that it's good to pamper yourself and get yourself in that confident, bad bitch mindset before you go. And finally, number 10, establish times and places where you will come back and visit your family and friends. I can't stress this enough. It definitely is what got me through the first 3 weeks. Just establish a date when you will come home and visit your family and your friends. Now, obviously, I'm not saying leave it like a week. I'm saying maybe leave it a few weeks and then set a date to come home for the weekend. But I definitely did think it helped me keep going in the initial first few weeks when, you know, things were very intense. But I definitely think that was something that really kept me going in the first few weeks when I was really, really homesick. And that just about rounds up my pre-university checklist. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you'd like a notification every time I upload a new video. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, then my handle is @ella.houghton. Follow me on there for all the most up-to-date information on what is going on in my life, and follow me on TikTok. My handle is @ella.houghton, and the last O is a 0. I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!